what if, in one surreal moment, every trace of fear vanished from the human experience? Imagine a day when the familiar jolt of adrenaline before stepping on stage is gone, when the tension that makes our hearts race in a dark alley dissolves, and the anxiety about tomorrow simply does not exist. This is the question we're exploring: a world without fear. Fear, in simple terms, is one of our most basic instincts, a response hardwired into our brains, particularly centered in the amygdala. It alerts us to danger and triggers a cascade of physical reactions to protect us. Emotionally, it often feels uncomfortable. It can grip us in moments of panic or worry. Yet at its core, fear is an early warning system. It's there to keep us safe. If fear disappeared completely, life might appear astonishingly liberating at first. Suddenly, we'd be free of so many anxieties. Speaking in public, flying on airplanes, even social gatherings that typically make us sweat. We might feel unburdened and more open to the possibilities around us. With no fear of failure, creativity could flourish. People might leap into new ventures or try revolutionary ideas without that little voice whispering, "What if it all goes wrong?" Many of our social inhibitions, like fear of rejection or judgment, would fade. Friendships could deepen, and communities might become more transparent and genuine. Yet, removing fear wouldn't be purely beneficial. Fearlessness can be recklessness. The instinct to protect ourselves is a vital safeguard. Imagine a world where no one is afraid of speeding down highways at breakneck speeds, climbing skyscrapers without harnesses, or engaging with wild animals without caution. Without fear's moderating influence, accidents would likely soar. Even everyday cautions such as wearing seat belts, locking doors at night, or checking the safety of our food might be neglected. A complete absence of fear could also embolden harmful behavior. The fear of consequences, legal, social, or moral, often keeps us in check. If we no longer cared about punishment or social backlash, conflicts could escalate more easily. People might act on volatile impulses they'd normally suppress. Over time, society itself could become chaotic. Laws might still exist, but the emotional guardrail that prompts compliance would be missing, allowing some individuals to disregard rules without hesitation. We should also consider empathy. Often, we feel fear on behalf of others. Fear for a friend in danger, fear for a society on the brink of crisis, fear of injustice that pushes us to protest or stand up for what's right. If that concern disappeared, would we be as motivated to help others or fight for causes that matter? Fear can serve as a catalyst for positive change. Historically, fear of oppression, fear of losing rights, or fear of a bleak future has fueled some of humanity's greatest movements for progress. This brings us to the heart of the matter. Fear is not simply a weakness to be eradicated. It's a fundamental part of who we are. Evolution shaped us to be wary of predators, to learn which plants were poisonous, and to unite in the face of danger. Early humans survived in groups partly because shared fears, starvation, or powerful predators promoted cooperation. These primal instincts provided the caution needed to explore new territories and discover safe paths forward. Without some measure of fear, many of those early human communities might not have endured. While too much fear can become debilitating, leading to chronic anxiety or hesitation that holds us back, too little fear can lead to chaos and harm. The real key is balance, understanding fear, recognizing when it protects us, and when it might be irrational or overwhelming. Managed properly, fear reminds us to check the locks, look both ways before crossing the street, and prepare for challenges. It compels us to plan, to protect one another, and to resist complacency. So, would a fearless world be a paradise of limitless creativity, or a reckless landscape spinning out of control? Likely both. We'd see bold innovation, but also rampant disregard for safety. We'd experience deeper honesty, yet also risk deeper conflicts. Ultimately, fear serves as a guardian. It's a primal mechanism that has kept our species alive and driven us to evolve. Rather than seeking to abolish fear entirely, we can aim to understand it, to channel it, and to use it as a tool that keeps us vigilant and caring, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. Thank you for joining me in this thought experiment. Fear, for all its discomfort, is part of our evolutionary heritage, protecting us, motivating us, and even uniting us. Embraced wisely, it can be a formidable ally. Let us remember, fear is neither friend nor foe by definition. It's how we choose to react to it and what lessons we learn that ultimately shape our destiny.